it is 100% manageable. But when you work on this one particular thing that I'm going to tell you, coping, okay, of course, medicines are something that would lower down or decrease the anxiety, but then it is not, I would say, um, not very applicable for a very long run. You have to work on yourself to lower or decrease the anxiety. Okay. So the first thing is that um, we have to work on the coping skills. The only thing which will help you lower down the anxiety, lower down the interference anxiety is causing in your life, is through coping skills. And you have to increase your coping skills. If anybody out there who is listening to me and who is not able to deal with anxiety, it is not the anxiety, but it is the coping which is low. Okay, so how will you increase the coping? You very well can increase the coping, but how will you do that? First, I would start with a very basic thing, that if you out there you are having anxiety, first start with a physical exercise. Okay, physical exercise the research shows that there's a neurotransmitter inside our brain which is called as GABA, okay, and serotonin. So these two neurotransmitters they go low when you have anxiety. So to have like an optimum amount of release for them, you need to have some physical exercise. I'm not saying that too much, okay, but then at least start with a basic, like let's say 15 minutes a day will also help you lower down anxiety. Okay. Now the second thing, let's move to the strategies where we can understand how can we, help our anxiety. Um, so the first thing is that, people with anxiety, there's a very common symptom that comes to me when I see patients, is that they don't feel control over their life. Okay, that is where the things are lacking. They don't feel that they have enough control over their decisions, over the way they feel, over how they react to situations. So first is developing control over our lives and how to do that. Okay, this might sound very sometimes very unreal to you, but then this is how it will work. Okay, I have a lot of patients who have honestly started to work on the strategies, and they see huge amounts of improvement in their behavior, in the way they see life now. Okay, so the thing is that, I'll say a line here: anything worth doing, just do it badly the first time. Okay, like a lot of time for people who are suffering from anxiety is spent on the decisions, karna, if you should do it or not. um you know you stay in a lot of confusion if this is the right thing for you to do or not. So the most important thing here is that anything worth doing, just do it. Okay, don't wait for the consequences, don't think about the consequences, just do it. Okay, anything which is worth doing. Okay, anything which is safe for you to do, anything which is like for example, you have to wear a dress and you don't know if it look good on you or not, just buy it and wear it, see it yourself. Okay, so this particular change where you bring that certainty in your life, the thing that where you bring that altogether a decision in your life, when you see that you are the one who's controlling your life, that will bring a huge change. But this particular thing is like a constant and a consistent effort that you would need from your side. So I will say, one thing which is important here to understand, that it is not a day effort in anxiety or in any mental disorders, any emotional situation, that it's not a day that you make an effort and things will get better. No, you'll have to have a consistent effort for things to get better. Okay, so first, that taking control of your own life, that is important. That can be done by just doing the things which are worth doing, I'm saying, which are safe to do, which are something which that will help you further. So that is the first thing. And the second thing is where, you know um, now this is not only the research which says, but see, I specialize in anxiety. Okay, so when the patients come to me, I see one thing which has been very very common, that they are not very kind to themselves. They are the one who's constantly criticizing themselves. It is not the other person, not only the other individuals, I would say, like agar if there are people who are present, but these people criticize themselves that they are not good, they are not good looking, they are not the right person, they will not forgive themselves for certain things. Like I told you, like I initially started with an example, you remember that that she felt defeated. It is her own words. I'm giving a very real life example that the girl came to me and said that, ma'am, I felt defeated. So they are very, and it took her almost like more than a week to come out of that situation because she was so embarrassed. It is very, very difficult for these people to forgive themselves, to be kind to themselves. So the first thing which is important here, oh sorry, the second thing which is important here is to forgive yourself. Okay, at the end of the day, every day, make it a point that you say that, you people do forgive others, but it is time to forgive yourself. You can be definitely, not perfect. Nobody can be perfect. So you tell yourself that, of course, okay, fine, I was not able to deal with this better. Fine, I will try to be a little better. But not that I was really, really bad. I can still, at least I had a lot of ideas, which means that I have knowledge. So, one, that forgiving yourself, being kind to yourself, showing yourself love, and also, being appreciating yourself. That is what is going to help you increase the coping skills. One is controlling your life. Second is forgiving yourself, being kind to yourselves, appreciating yourself. That will lower down anxiety because your body, your mind will get a signal that yes, yes, I am feeling better because you're getting the love. So just imagine one day, okay, I'll say, imagine that there's somebody in your life and who comes and appreciates you and says, oh, how beautiful you look, I mean, you're so beautiful. Now this particular thing is very important because um, this will help you feel better. Just give me 1 second, please. 1 second. Yes. So now what was I saying here? That now it is important for us to understand that we have to forgive ourselves. We have to work on controlling, giving control to ourselves. And yes, the example that I was giving here was that, there's somebody coming to you in a day and saying, oh, how beautiful you look. Wow, you look so amazing. Okay. So you'll see that happiness on yourself, on your face. You'll blush. Now I'm asking you to do this to yourself. Okay, to be kind to yourself. Okay, now you also, the second example here, that there's someone who's very close to you and they didn't talk to you very nicely. Okay, now you are very upset with them, but they come and say you're sorry and they say that they'll improve. Okay, and you forgive them. Now they also feel better and you also feel better and you move on. Now I'm asking you to do the same to yourself. Appreciate and forgive yourself. Okay. And now these are the two strategies which will help you increase the coping. And the third important strategy, okay, which is that we have to I'm before I start this third strategy, I'm not asking you to say that, you know, we our happiness depend on others, but it is important that we spend time because as what we define ourselves as. We define ourselves as human beings, and human beings are defined as social beings. Okay, so it is very important that we find that purpose and meaning in our life. That whatever we're doing, for example, we're studying. So we're studying because we really want to make our parents proud. Okay, I really want to reach up to that goal. And there is somebody, so finding a purpose because of with the other person, that there is somebody who's getting very happy that you're doing this particular task. Okay, that purpose, that meaning I'm talking about. That why are you doing this? Finding that. Okay, why are you doing this? Whatever you're doing in your life right now, whatever work you're doing, whatever work, I mean, in terms of studies, in terms of any religious practice, anything that you're doing, why are you doing that? Is there anybody who's getting happy because of it? So you're doing a great job. You're doing something for others also. Okay.